Yeah, so I'm happy to share about that too. I think, one of the things, having been a Black scientist that studied in various spaces around the world, so I've done postgraduate studies in Canada as well as in Austria. I did my PhD in Vienna, I did my master's degree in Montreal. I think everybody kind of knows it and sees it, but sometimes we don't really pay a lot of attention to it around us, how the diversity of persons, how they're represented in science. And it's really a challenge, especially for persons from some of those diverse backgrounds, persons who are from ethnic groups that are really underrepresented, women in science, persons who might have different sexual orientations than what might be normative in some societies. So I think all of those kind of classically what we call historically marginalized groups are really underrepresented. And there's a lot of research to show this. I mean, this is not just me speaking on it from, my observation, but I think anybody who is in science and makes observations will notice that. Now, there have been a lot of spaces and a lot of societies, learning societies and professional societies that have made concerted efforts to make changes to the diversity of persons and persons who show up in their society and day-to-day work in science. And I think all of those should be commended. I've worked with two societies so far in a really intimate way to do this, one of which is the Society for Experimental Biologists, which is where I met you, Jordan, and we were recently at their annual meeting. I do a lot of work with them. The primary work that I'm involved in through their outreach, education, and diversity group or working group is an awards nomination task force. And what that effectively is an opportunity for persons who are, again, from those underrepresented groups to be nominated for the awards in that society. And these are people that we're talking about who have done excellent work. It's not that, it's a diversity handout. We're talking about people who have done excellent work, but for whatever reason, their excellent work is maybe not being magnified at a global or on a global stage as you might imagine. They don't get that opportunity to be seen. And once they get the opportunity to be seen, then they become a lot more seen. So that's one of the major ways in which I've been contributing at the SEB. I've been chairing that task force now, I think, for 2 or 3 years. And we've had some really good successes out of our first year of working on improving those nominations. The other organization I work a lot with is the American Society. And that society, there I work as part of their Maximizing Access Committee. And effectively, what that committee does is, as the name sounds, is increasing the access for persons to, resources of biochemistry and molecular biology. And we do a lot of things through a number of award fellowship opportunities, through travel grants, and also through providing professional development opportunities for persons from underrepresented minorities. The reality is there are a lot of scientists out there who don't see themselves in the classical pictures of science